You ever struggled against a very defensive setup and you know, like, he's not following the principles. How can I not win against this? He's not taking the center. He's not developing his knights first. Let me show you how to take advantage of weird openings that work but shouldn't. Let's get into it. In the previous video, we learned how to calculate moves by thinking too egoistically, which usually people tell you don't think only about your threads, don't blah 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 blah. I say think too egoistically, find out why it doesn't work. Now you know what to do. Make sure it does work. Reverse engineer the moves. By the way, I don't know if this is a cheater or not, but what am I seeing? Oh gosh. Or this guy is trolling and a grandmaster. Or this guy is actually horrible. Or I will get cheated on. I mean, in game, of course. So, take, that's a free pawn. I'm getting the feeling that this 1500 weighted opponent gave his account to someone, like as a party joke. I think. So what I will do is, first of all, I'm up a pawn. Second of all, I will put my pieces active. By the way, very instructive for a lot of levels of this game. He plays a weird opening. I just take the center, put knights in the center, develop my bishops, and he already blundered. So the first instinct you probably have is, oh no, my bishop is attacked, let me defend my bishop. I won't defend, I'll pin this. And attack it one more time. I almost began to sing a song, but I will not get copyright striked. So that is another free pawn. I cannot get too careless. I have a record of getting absolutely winning positions and getting way too careless with them. I should actually consider to just go take a drink. Like, just walk the house, walk in the house, and breathe. Wait. I want to play this, but take, and I blundered. See, I do have this check though. So see, I almost blunder already. I do not have to prove that my position is better, so I will keep my rook active, but not go for tricks. If I go here, I block my bishop. If I go here, I can get attacked. This blunders, and this is too tricky and risky. That was how I was thinking there. So now I just develop. I want to keep my rook open. Yes, he can attack me, but this is different. Now again, I should put my pieces more active. How do I put my pieces more active? Finding a way to bring this rook into the game, so probably by moving my queen up. If I go here, I get hit with this and I have to go there. So let's just go here in the first place. Pretty easy. He can attack this pawn once more, but I shouldn't be scared. So I want to go here. He will go there. How do I defend this pawn? Yeah. Um, Good question. What if I move this knight so that I can make it a pawn chain? So this again is like an example of I want to be very egoistically and just think about my attack, but he will attack me too, and how do I defend this? And I mean, my only defense against that is by making this chain. And if I go here, by the way, again, you think, oh, this is nice. Yeah, but he can attack me again. And I would lose this if it wasn't for the miracle move. Not, although, no, no, no. So I attack the queen, and this is defended by a lower rated piece, which means that after here, I can go to c5. This is attacked 3 times, but it's defended with a lower rated piece and your queen is attacked. So you have to instantly move the queen now. You would be able to take this if it wasn't defended with a knight. So I have to move the queen and then I can make it a chain. So this almost blunders a pawn. I mean, I'm putting a knight in the center. My other variation is this, trying to threaten this. But if this, it's also tricky. Wait, you can move your knight anywhere. And I mean, if I take and then it's fine, but maybe I just want it more towards the center. And by the way, this has an instant threat too, so maybe after this I should consider this check first. Like here, I didn't calculate a lot of things, so I'm pretty sure this is not the actual 1500. If this is actually how 1500s play these days, let me know in the comments, no disrespect. But I want to believe I was better at 1500 than this. Maybe I'm not correct at all, and I was like this too, but I want to firmly believe that I was better even at 1500. So now, yeah, this looks like a very solid position. I'm up 2 pawns and the exchange. You want to go here, which absolutely does nothing. I will let you waste the move. And I'll go here, and your knight is pretty useless. My queen will be more useless, but if I go here... Oh, yeah, this is defended by the rook. I can just go here and... I mean, you wasted quite some moves. I have to be careful, because this will be a pin after. But I mean, I control this quite sometimes. A few times. Quite a few times. So like, yeah, this should be a pretty easy position. After take, I lose the exchange. So I could move my queen here with an attack. But I don't want to take with... Oh. Okay. So, let's just play another one. That's just a little sneak peek. So, that was how you win against the 1500 in a very weird opening. Just develop towards the center, take the center, and crush. We play against a English. This is the Polish. I almost said the wrong thing. I played this in a tournament. If you remember, it's called I got a winning position against the 2000s or something. If you want to watch it, this is a very instructive video. I do not know what to do now. So I can take with the knight, I think, because if you trade this, first of all, my queen will be active. Second of all, your strong bishop is gone. You might attack me, but I can turn it into kind of Scandinavian, I guess. I don't know, or do I just take back with the center pawn and then I develop with this? But I do have to be careful of queen there, so what if I go here and you instantly play queen there? Um, Turning it into a semi-Slav has to be good. So let's first see if he trades. He doesn't. Okay, that's very smart of him. So I just have to calculate, like, let's say I develop my bishop and you play queen here. Um, so bishop here, queen there. My queen goes here, and you do not really have this pressure. You could go like this, attack my bishop, so that after takes, you have takes, but then I have a move to go here, so that if you capture, I can just make it into a chain. And if you want to open up my rook, you are welcome to do so. I did not calculate this at all. Sick. So I remember from the 2000 game, I had to play this. So I want to play my knight here first because this was a threat a couple of moves ago, and only now I'm thinking about this, so that if you capture, I can at least make a chain for it. My bishop is out of it, so I can capture with the c pawn. And then your bishop looks pretty terrible. And I mean, yeah, that's a move, but I can defend. And this is exactly what I calculated, so now after takes and takes, it all doesn't matter. I'm totally fine, and I can just develop, maybe even try something like here, take, push, and takes never matters because it's defended with a pawn. And this is in some positions a move, but it does weaken a lot of things, which we saw against the 2000 as well. So I think he's trying to develop like this, so I will beat him to the diagonal. Because this comes with a tempo on my queen, but now I make sure you cannot do that. So I'm still expecting him to actually chase my bishop away. He's making room for his rook so that he can take, and I'm pinned and I cannot take back, which is not a bad plan. So I have active knights. I should try to use them. So your threat is to take. I can put my knight here. Castle maybe. Putting a knight here doesn't make sense, so let's go here. I don't need my knight anymore to control this. And so now if takes, I can take. And if you want to exploit the pin, I can also do this. So those moves shouldn't matter, and I think I can just castle, like takes, and if you want to sacrifice or something to take, I can just take, and if you really want to sack your queen, I could just exchange and my queen is still defended. So let's kingside castle and probably start a pawn storm. Usually against this structure, a pawn storm is advised. Yeah, so a pawn storm looks nice. Oh, shoot. Yeah, I didn't see that. And oh, that's horrible. After I move, you take and take, you have takes. Now this is hanging too. Okay, I'm cooked. Oh, I am cooked. So if I go here, you take, your queen is defended. So after that, you take, and I cannot trap your knight. Um, takes might be something I could. Oh shoot. Yeah. This will be rough. Um, I can generate a lot of activity though. But I think I'm giving up 2 pawns for it. Which is probably very bad. So I cannot threaten a piece, right? I can't. What? Oh, that's horrible. What are you doing? Take my bishop for sure. I'm very confused. What do you, You want to take, but now I can't take back like this even, like, now I don't care at all. So let's start my attack, I think. Oh no, that, I think he was like +2 or something, and now he blundered everything. Probably to like a, I think he's still +3 or something. He does have nice activity and nice pawn structure. So I have takes, and this. And I'm not scared of like take. I can always take like this. So I think this is nice, and I can do this. If you take, I can take with a check and leave your king open. Yeah, so that's a trait. Now I have this. I don't think I should be scared of this. I can just take, and after take. I could move, I could just ignore. I could, by the way, take. Queen take, you have to block, and then knight in with checkmate threats. Are they checkmate threats? Not really. Takes. Can I ignore and just take like this? You could take with a check, which is risky. I have to take back. So let's not go for those complications. Ow. Can I take with a check? Take back. Take, is that strong enough? Take with a check, you can block, and actually your king looks safe. You can also just take. After like takes, I have take, sacrifice takes. And after that, I should put my. But I cannot really put my knight there, can I? I very much want to take. So I got 2 pawns for my knight, 3 pawns for my knight. How do you defend? If you take, I can come in with a check. You have to leave check. I don't know. This is too complicated to calculate, to be honest. Maybe I should try and play it safe. Like, let's say I rotate here. So that after my sacrifice, I might get in there. I mean, this does make sense, and you cannot really fork me. And if you, let's say this, you prepare the fork, I take fork, take with a check. And now I look screwed. So after this, that's a massive threat. Can I not do anything about it? Here, there. I play e5 myself, blocking everything. I can just maybe even push, but after takes, I could sacrifice this. No, because after knight takes, maybe knight takes, bishop takes. Yeah, maybe that's nice. So I'm expecting this. To threaten the fork. And I think my only option is to play e5 myself. I'm blocking my own attack, but I don't really have a choice. And I'm praying for takes and takes, by the way. I did not think long enough for that, but whatever. So if he takes, I could take with an attack, and I opened up this, which should be a huge win for me. So he cannot ignore. You could defend, but after takes, I still have takes. So if your knight is not defending this, it's probably a bad knight. If you take and take, I'm very active, and I block your bishop. Which is very nice. And if you push, that's like the one line that's quite complicated. So I'm thinking about takes. If knight takes, I will take with a knight. If pawn takes, I could push, maybe sacrificing this so that I can take. But I can take always. And after, yeah, so this is the one complicated line. But I think it's fine. You have to take with the pawn sometimes. Sometime. So I can take, you have to take. And now you don't have a thread anymore. So I could take this first, maybe. Take, and after takes. Then I could put a rook here trying to prepare this. Because if I sacrifice this pawn after takes, take, the rook comes there. So let's take this first. He probably has to take back. And then I could put a rook there. Now your king is weakened. But my rook is not active at all. You have more activity for sure. But you do have the weaker pawn. So I'm threatening to do this and maybe even take after. But after push, go back, take, you can take. Oh, that's quite annoying. So, push, so that after takes. Ugh. Yeah. That's quite an annoying move. If I counterattack, you can just take, I believe. And take, check, block doesn't work. Your queen is just defended. I could attack, but then I lose control here. Hmm. I can't give a check. I could move here, self-pinning though. That can be the answer. Hmm. I think I have to play this slow and safe. I could attack, maybe move there. I don't know, but I have to try and move this pawn somehow. Maybe via this. That doesn't look all too bad. If I can keep everything defended, that is. And maybe if you move your queen wrongly, my sacrifice gets stronger. So I'm threatening to attack your queen. Queen moves, I don't know where. Then I could attack. Bishop has to move. Let's say you move stupidly. I have take, take, check. You move and I can even check has to go there. Check, you have to move, and then I could take maybe with a check after. If I can try to force so that I can take with a check, I obviously will, but I mean I'm not quite sure. Um First of all I have checked. Does that accomplish anything? I don't think so. I can just go here and I have no clue what you think you achieved with putting your queen there. My rook is not actually under attack. Probably you want to swing over your queen, but I don't see a threat yet. Here, so I cannot do this. That's probably the threat. Mm-hmm. Yeah, fair enough. Queen here, after I go there. Take, 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 take. I have bishop take, so that after take, take, you could block with the queen, though. Okay. Fine, fine, fine. So now I get this. Take is take is take is take, and there are no tactics after. I'm not thinking. I should calculate way more. So that's a smart move. You went the right way, but I do have this though. That's a fork. So that after takes, I can take here. What if you sack your rook? Because after takes, you might be able to take, actually. So what about knight here, rook takes? If I take, you take with a check, I take back. Everything is still defended. So I think this is just a fork. I should have calculated a bit longer. I have no clue why I have this random urge to play too fast. I'm expecting him to take, by the way. And after I take, I expect him to just sacrifice and go all in. That is what I think will happen. I could block you, but then you get this, which is maybe even more annoying. So I'm expecting here. Is there a difference if I take this rook? So that after this I have... Oh, I can just take. So I should take this rook so that this isn't the thing that I can just take after. That's the difference. If I take this one, you can ignore me, and this is still defended. But after I take this rook, you cannot go there because your bishop isn't defended. That's the difference. Okay, that's huge. And now You should take back, and I should think about this rook sacrifice because takes, check. You can still block defending your bishop, but I'm only up a pawn or something, so um, I shouldn't do too stupid things. If I go here, you might go there. I should activate a lot, which isn't easy, to be honest. If I kick your bishop, which creates massive weaknesses, you have to go like here, that blunder. So after this, only move. Now I can get in here. And if you try to set something up, I could... I'll figure something out. I'm quite confident that I will figure something out. After this, I might have this. I don't know, this shouldn't be this complicated. I mean, I'm up the exchange, but I did lose a pawn in the process, so... And the pawn is a strong pawn. This is not a completely winning advantage, it's just a theoretical advantage. If this game continues for a long while, I should be winning. So now I gain access here. So I can generate, first of all, checks, second of all, rook trades. So takes... I should calculate... Oh no, it still didn't work. After takes. I think we are in an equal endgame, and after takes and takes, it's... Is it an equal endgame? I think I'm still up a pawn, no? So this gives up 2 points of material. Oh, and I sacrifice my bishop, so you have an extra bishop. What am I talking about? So probably just activating my queen should be good. Yeah, so now... I don't really know what the plan is. Oh, that looks weakening though. Can I not exploit that? Check, block. Takes, so after takes, I have takes with a check. I don't know, complicated for no reason. So let's just move here, but you have bishop c3. Here, this, I could give a check. Go here. I could go there after. Block. I don't know, let's just develop a rook. I don't think this should be an actual threat. If you take, I could take with the queen, and that should activate my pieces more than yours, so... And I mean, take, you have to take with the bishop, otherwise this isn't defended. So now oh, you can block, fair enough. Now I do get this check if I need it. And check move. I lose a queen. I win a queen, but I lose a rook. Yes. check. Move. I could infiltrate. What if I infiltrate there? Or is that just crushing? You cannot defend your bishop. Everything is defended. I should think of this better. I don't know why I want to rush. So this, you might give this check to create forks, but this is your only check. And if you give this up, I can just take. No. Oh god. Oh no, if you give this up, I can just check you first. And then take this and completely ignore. Okay, this was hard. This was hard. But he didn't put himself out of the pin. If you want to take something away from this, don't let yourself get pinned. It's just too complicated for no reason. Like, there's just no reason to go for the complications. And like, this is still complicated. Yeah, I expected that, but the point is, like, my queen is hanging and my rook is hanging. I just have this check to get this out of the way. And then I will be able to take with an attack on your queen. I could also take the rook, but I think this is cleaner. Now your queen and your bishop are hanging. I could take take and you don't even have a check, right? You could recapture, but you don't have a check, and like checks are the only thing I'm scared of. And I'm taking away your only check, so I do not care. And now I have so much activity, like this is a forced rook trade, after which you will have to go there. I can check, go there, check. I mean, this should win. I want to do everything with a check though. I do not want to know anything about a non-forcing move. Yeah, okay, fair enough. So like he just let himself get pinned, which is very risky and not really my style. How should I refresh this? If you do two analysis at once, he sometimes I for sure did playback. So yeah, he plays this opening, which I played in the tournament, and he took, which I actually didn't know, and I cannot take back with the knight. Taking back with the knight, you can go here, and I can't develop because you store me in the center of the board. You just store me completely. Crazy. Okay, so taking with the pawn was better, but like, sure. Yeah, I knew that this was a plan from the tournament game I played, but I much prefer to just develop in normal fashion and develop and develop. And yeah, here I made a big mistake somewhere. So this is all best development, very good development. Rook here, and yeah, this is horrible. And up to, like I said, so here it's 04, I did say 03. I castle, this is up to, I did one of the best moves. And retreating, it's 03, as I said. You can rewind. Like, I actually said 02 and I said 2 and 03. Just quite accurate. So this is not the best plan of action. I don't know. I'm a potato brain. Let me just see the structure and think H-file attack. So he tries to defend. I take, so I can push the center, and I'm again losing this badly. Wow. but he doesn't see why. I completely go wrong. This is fine. I find this critical move. This was a huge move. Best move, and taking is bad again. Takes, and I'm completely losing. Take, and he took back wrong. Take towards the center, obviously. I mean, whatever. I should have activated my rook more actively, and I'm completely losing again. But that was a bad move. I can't put my knight, and I thought this was the intention. I have no clue why he went back. So I thought that, yeah, okay, yeah, so this is a thread and he just didn't see the thread, but if you go here, I get these threads. The stakes actually that bad? Yup, it's quite terrible. Take. I don't understand the point of this. Like, taking the rook is understandable. And here I'm completely losing again. Sick. Yeah, so I should do this just to go back. Because trading is bad for you. This is quite difficult to understand. So he just blundered a fork, and I threw my piece forward. And he tried this tactic, and as I said, like, this is probably the tricky one because you have this. And now I have to make my king very, very weak. And probably, yeah, this is the only move saving me. I mean, I could give a check and then take control over this diagonal, or I can instantly take control over this diagonal, or I can take control over this diagonal. But if I don't control the diagonal, my best move is to literally sacrifice my knight for absolutely no reason. So I very much have to control one of these diagonals, otherwise I'm dead. Which is risky, so I just took this, so that if you go here, this is hanging and this is not actually a thread, which is a huge difference. And now, yeah, I thought about this, but I was quite annoyed with this and I just have to go back. But apparently it's good because if you trade, I gain the activity from the trade. My queen has improved and I'm up material, so trading isn't bad. I don't know why I was scared of it, but I mean, yeah, whatever. I shouldn't have been scared of the trade and just developed. So I did this, you had to go back, sacrificing was your best move. But if I take back, you try to threaten infiltration, but I can just stop all of your infiltration. You can infiltrate more, but I can stop everything, but it is very close. But everything is quite stopped, I believe. Yeah, I thought about this, so I should survive. Check, red blocks, and I could even sacrifice a pawn, it all doesn't matter. Should I go here and there is nothing anymore? I can just develop and I'm up the exchange. No, I'm up a rook for 3 pawns. And a rook in an endgame is probably worth 3 pawns. I mean, very situationally, if there were like 3 pass pawns with a pushed up king, yeah, good luck, but in this situation, so that was a quite nice line. I almost blundered my phone off of the table. So take, that was nice. This is okay, you go back. So I should develop. I choose one of the best plans. You go here, I just develop, you try this, and now, yeah, that's actually pinned. You could try to sacrifice, and apparently taking is fine. Because after takes, I have takes, fair enough, and after you sacrifice, I now have a free bishop. Yeah, fair enough. This is a move because you have to stop this, but I could infiltrate, set up traps. What do you do after this? Oh, my rook is not actually defended, so this is... Oh, but it's literally worth sacrificing my rook over. Not check. Oh, bishop check. I have to go here. Check here, mate. Okay, beautiful, beautiful. That's pretty findable, to be fair. So the conversion was clean. Check. I take free piece. You try something, but I just see that there are no checks here, and then check, and apparently it's a maiden tree after takes. Takes, you have to go here, and I have check. I calculated this, and after this I didn't know the move. Oh, I control this, and I also have check here, but that's a maiden 5. Yeah, I just have that, and after this is mate. Oh, beautiful. I mean, the queen obviously controls all of these, and then the rook controls this one, and the bishop that one. That's beautiful. Okay, fair enough. So I did convert very, very cleanly. I calculated very accurately. And like, how did I found this sequence? Basically, I just threw my pieces forward with attacks. I just threw my pieces forward. I was completely losing. He makes a mistake, and I just activate all of my pieces. And it's always activity and tactics. Like, I mean, again, 17, 1800, 1600s, it's just generate attacks, know some basic plans, and if you generate more activity than your opponent, tactics are bound to work in your favor. Like, it's impossible that they don't work in your favor, and I mean, I forgot why this doesn't work, that's why. So like they're bound to work in your favor, and know tactics, make a lot of puzzles, know all of the patterns, make sure you can recognize the patterns, and other than that, it's just solid opening, generate activity. If you like content like this and you don't want to miss out on these games, for sure subscribe so you know when I post my next one. I'll post like 2 a day usually. I like this a lot. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.